Hello, welcome to What Time Watch Time. Today we're going to be looking at the Pebble Classic, as they call it, or the 301B. This is the first Pebble. Well, not literally the first because there's a Kickstarter edition, but it's the first Pebble that came out around 4 years ago. Very nice watch. I will also be doing a video on my 401. As you can see, I'm a bit of a Pebble fan, shall we say. So this works with iPhones, works with Android, and everything else as well. It's gone up to 7-day battery. I tend to get about 4 days out of this one, but it is obviously a bit of an older unit. It's got water resistance up to 50 meters, and it's got a daylight readable display. Very nice packaging, very simple. And I wanted a nice simple smartwatch. I didn't want all the colour and apps and games. I'm not interested in that. I just want something that tells me notifications and saves me having to get my phone out of my pocket all the time. So let's just turn that back to this. So this is how it comes. Apart from I have taken the charger out, which is here, which I'll show you in a second. Nice sort of display when you open it up. We've got inside just your quick starts and your sort of general warranty and safety information as well. Now that's boring, so we'll put that to the side for a minute. So here's the watch itself. Let's take it off. The charger, when you originally get it, the charger's actually very noisy today. Sorry about that. Yeah, the charger itself. Oh, that's a spare band I had. Is actually inside here, but to be honest, it's just a pain to get it back in there, so I didn't bother. We'll put that aside, we don't care about that. Right, so like I say, you've got a charger here, the watch itself on a nice silicon band. It's very flexible, very comfortable watch. I originally wanted this one, the 401, the steel, the Pebble steel, but at the time I couldn't find one at a decent price, and I picked this one up, fully boxed, in lovely condition. I have put a couple of scratches on it, I'll admit, but in absolutely lovely condition. And this cost me £16 with delivery. Absolute bargain. So we got on the side here. Let's go over and see what it looks like. We got the back button on here, the charger port. Let's put the charger on here. It's a magnetic type of charger. A little bit fiddly because you have to get it, as you can see, the charger there's curved and it has to go in. It can't be, at an angle. Can I get it on the camera? That'd be useful. It has to be, it can be a bit fiddly. But once it's in, it's lovely. It does charge it up nicely. It's not as strong hold as I'd want. The 401, the Pebble steel, is a lot better magnetic hold. But it does work. It's fine. So we can get rid of that now. We've done the charger. Lovely. On this side, we've got a down button, an up button, and a select button. Black buttons on a black case. You can't really see it too well, but there you go. This is obviously all plastic. I think they call it polycarbonate or something like that, but it's not scratch resistant or anything like that. On the back here, again, this is all plastic as well, but I believe there's gaskets in there, seals, so that's why it's got a 50-meter water resistance, which is always nice. And it's on the band, so the band is lovely. You've got Pebble on the on that part, I can't remember what it's called now. Nothing on the clasp, unfortunately. The Pebble steel has it written on there, but because they've got it on there, but I kind of like it. It does, you can read that quite easily. And like I say, it's nice. It's a nice thick. It's a 22mm band. My wife, I bought one for my wife as well, but she doesn't like it. It's too big for her. But for me, I think I've got about a 7-inch wrist, and it does fit on there quite nicely. So I take my steel off for a minute, and I'll just put it over like that. And you can see it does. Excuse the hairy arms, but I'm hairy. But yeah, that does sit on there quite nicely, to be honest. Let's move steel out of the way. So always on display. Not one of those ones where it goes off and you flip it and it turns on. No, it's always on. The only thing that does happen when you do, jerk your arm up to get, like you would with a normal, not a normal, with a more modern smartwatch, the only thing that will happen is the backlight will come on. But this is always on. It's got a special display basically, the reason why this lasts so long is this display. For those who don't know, it's not one of those. It's not designed to be flashy. It's not designed to be moving things around quickly, or anything like that. It's designed to just show the time and basically reserve as much battery as possible. And it looks great. And we'll see. It's got a little bit of pixelation, but overall, you can get some light on it. You might see it better. Let's see if we can get a little where. It's clear. It doesn't matter if you're outside in the direct sun, you can see it, and it's great. So this one, obviously, you can change all. There's lots of different watch faces to choose from. I personally have got this one here, which has got my temperature on there. If it's cloudy, nighttime, whatever, as well. In the middle, my battery life on there, what day it is, the time, and the date, which is what I want to see. When I look at my watch, that's what I want to see. I don't need to be seeing fancy stuff. I don't need to be seeing, fish swimming across. I don't need to see it. I just need to see the information that I need straight away, and that's what I need. So we can click the middle button here. That takes us to your menu. You can click this button here, and that takes you back. So we'll go to the menu. We've got settings. So you can Bluetooth on and off. You can change your notifications, text size, that type of thing, if it vibrates. Quiet time. So I've set mine from midnight till 6 a.m. So between that time, I won't get any notifications. You can set up a background app, which mine is like a fitness app. So that's always running in the background. So obviously that can track, even when I haven't got it on or open on the screen, but it's running. So you can constantly track. Quick launch functions, which I'll show you in a minute. You can change your date and time, your display. You can change if you want. You can have a backlight so it never comes on. Motion enabled, which say so you tilt your phone, you tilt your wrist, and the light will come on. Or you can turn that off if you want, and then you can just press a button. You got ambient sensor, so that will automatically determine if you should have the light come on or off, or come on, should I say. So like at the moment, you can do this all day long and the light won't come on because there's too light in here. So that will save your battery. You can change the backlight intensity. So I've got mine on medium, that's fine. You can have a timeout as well, so 3, 5 and 8 seconds, that's how long the backlight will stay on for. You got your system, so it tells you information like what software it's running, firmware, that type of thing. Standby mode, so if you don't want to use it, but you can just hit that and it will just put it in standby mode, save the battery bit, shut it down, just turn it off, and then you can do a factory reset. So there's different apps you can download. I've got a game called Pixel Miner on here at the moment, which, simple game, but there are other things like Tetris, Space Invaders. There's like virtual pets. There's all sorts of apps you can download. You can download maps for it. You can download like travel apps. It will show you what's in the vicinity that you can go and see. I've got a compass I've downloaded on here. That probably won't work at the moment. Yeah, it needs to be calibrated. But yeah, you can have a compass on there. Different watch faces which you can download. It won't work at the moment to change too many of them because I haven't got connected to my phone. But this is one of the ones that come with it from standard. But you can have like an analog looking one. So I've got more of a digital kind of looking, obviously, watch face is the one I tend to use with all my information on there as well. And on the app that you download, you can change it. So I could have this white text and a background and things like that. You got weather app. You can have your alarms. They all work fine. You can have stopwatch. That all works fine. Timer. It all works how you'd expect it to work. Basically, nice, simple. You can adjust, obviously, if you have your music. So if you've got headphones in your phone, you're going for a run or a walk or anything like that, you can change the track, change the volume, everything from your watch. Saves you getting your phone out. The Pebble app itself, obviously everyone knows Fitbit bought Pebble, and Fitbit are no longer supporting the app on iOS or Android as of the end of June, I believe. So that's a shame, unfortunately. But I've been using, I tend to use the Pebble Steel 401. I've had no issues with it. I've also downloaded a third-party app for it for the notifications, because I did find the standard Pebble app doesn't really work too well you know, it works for a couple of hours, and then I had to keep refreshing, you know, restarting, reconnecting the phone and the watch together to get my notifications. It was a little bit annoying, but I've downloaded another app, and it's been working flawlessly. I wore this one for about 2.5 weeks, because it was only 16 quid, and then I pulled the trigger on this one, wanting a slightly higher spec. And again, I've been using this now for just over 2 weeks, and the notifications have been, well, bang on every time. I've not had a problem. So that's one thing I would recommend, is download a different notification system, which is available on Android and everything. So, and it's free, and it'll work fine. Obviously, you can change all the watch faces, like I say. Personally, I always go for something like this. If you get an analog one, generally in the app you can change settings. Like I say, you can have different, you know, if you want a black background or grey background, or if you want, you know, white text, you can change. A lot of them can be changed and personalized how you want. If you get an analog one, then take the second time off. This is what I always say. I have said it in other videos as well. Take the second time off, because this refreshes. This is how this battery lasts so long. I'll get 4 days out of this easy. The screen refreshes once every minute, so it's not like your Android phone or anything like that. It's constantly refreshing. It's got a refresh rate. This refreshes once every minute when the minute changes. It also then refreshes once every 15 minutes when it updates the temperature. So over an hour it will refresh 64 times total. If you have an analog watch face that's got a second hand on it, that's refreshing 60 times a minute. So this will refresh 64 times an hour. That will refresh 60 times a minute. So you can see how, if you have that, that's going to destroy your battery very, very quickly. It's all right to have it on for now and then, you know, if you want something a bit different. But a lot of these watch faces on the phone app, you'll be able to turn things off, like the second hand. Would recommend that. But yeah, overall, this is a really nice, comfortable watch. It's quite light. It feels nice. It's slightly bigger in size than the Pebble Steel, but it's very, very comfortable. Very comfortable to wear. Because it's quite light, you often, you know, you don't really feel it on your arm. It looks nice. The strap's lovely, and I recommend, especially if you're like into running. Or personally, I'm not a runner. Not out of choice, but you know, that's just health issues, unfortunately. But anyway, but for running, I would feel comfortable to wear this over this, being obviously it's got a leather strap and things like that. This is going to be a lot better. You can take the straps off, so if you did want to clean them, you can just, this has got a standard 22mm strap, so you could change these straps out and put whatever you want on there. You can have a nice NATO on there. Personally, I'd probably just stick with the rubber straps. I've seen people put metal ones on there. They look a bit funny. I would stick with a nice silicon one on there. I've obviously stuck with the standard one because I like things to be original personally. But in 2018, currently works fine. I think with the app, obviously Fitbit not going to be updating the app. I think people will take that over, and there will be other means of running this through iOS and Android, because there's a lot of Pebble fans out there. So I wouldn't worry too much at the moment about that. But overall, in 2018, it's still a very viable watch. If you want something simple, you just want something that tells you the time, tells you the date, maybe your weather. Oh, that's the other thing, yeah, with your quick functions. If I hold down the down or up button, like I've got on here, you can change these. So if you hold down, that's a quick launch. I've got weather on there, but you can put whatever app you want on it. And if I hold up, that brings up my my fitness one. But so you can change those to whatever you want. So that's the quick launch function. But yeah, definitely worth having. It was 16 quid. £16 for a smartwatch which works. I mean, if you buy, I bought Chinese. I did a video on that, a Chinese version, which originally cost me a bit more than only 18 quid or so. But it's just nothing compared to this. This has got 4 to 5 battery days. Battery life, 4 to 5 days on it. It feels great. It's well made. It's just great. Like I say, at the moment, I wouldn't really, for, I mean, this was in lovely condition, comes with a box and everything else, 16 quid delivered. Most I'd pay for one, a sealed one, 22 quid, something like that, around that price mark. For one that's been used like this one, as long as it's in good condition, like you can see it's not scraped and banged up or anything like that, then I'd be paying maybe with delivery 16 to maybe 18 pounds, but you can get them a lot cheaper than that. And I have got another one which unfortunately hasn't got a strap. I'm waiting for it, but that cost me £4. So you can get these really cheap. They're great. But anyway, I hope that helped anyone looking at these now, this in 2018. I would definitely recommend it, definitely. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.